So. All right, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Took a little breaky break. Had to roll up. Had to take a little leak. You feel me?
Yeah.
So as of very recently, the NFL draft has taken place, and it's been like people have been paying attention for obvious reasons. Shedeur Sanders and some other people, Travis Hunter, his brother, some other peoples. I heard the Giants got some good drafts this year.
Abdul Carter, baby.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking about? Number one in the draft.
We got some good shit, you know?
Yeah.
Y'all going somewhere?
Yeah.
I said,
What y'all about to do with him?
The same thing y'all doing.
Oh. Okay.
Fuck wrong with you?
And,
Okay.
I was like, okay.
All right, hold on. Let me just hold on. Before we start talking
please.
about football, I just want to let Two-Face know and the rest of you Falcons fans, there's not a team without a ring that could talk to me about being a Giants fan. I promise you, y'all can't. Y'all cannot at all. But I don't want to hear nothing about.
He's sitting on the same couch we are.
Yo, I got my nigga over there from New Orleans. From New Orleans, he fuck with the Saints, and guess what? I fuck with the Saints over y'all too. Fuck
He
y'all.
got it from
Yeah.
Nah,
What you want to do, Rell?
That's
What you want to do,
unnecessary.
Rell?
Listen. I don't think the Atlanta Falcons fans should talk right now.
We got the bad
And
juju
that's
on us
not
right
me.
now,
That's
bro.
not
That
me
shit
trying to
crazy.
silence your
Nah,
voice.
nah.
I'm not trying to silence your voice whatsoever. I'm just
I
saying
am.
where it's coming from right now. I think you guys might have to take a little back seat real quick.
We ain't taking,
y'all
we
in
ain't
some
taking
heat
no
right
back
now.
seat.
All right?
We paying the
Y'all
fine
in
and we
some
moving
heat.
the fuck on.
All right.
We paying the fine and we
Please.
moving the fuck on.
No,
bro. Fuck y'all.
that was crazy, bro. Y'all, what? Why would
That shit was wild.
If that was
but
me, I would have
that
to
shit
find
was
bro.
wild.
I would have to find bro. On God, bro.
They did find him.
No, I would have to go personally.
Oh, find
bro.
Right. For real though.
Yeah,
Before we get to that,
For real though.
before we get to that, Bach, let them know a little bit about the draft this year. Like,
Hey man, the draft was for my team. It was success. It was also a big fucking letdown. We seen a player who was probably revered as a top 2 pick drop not only from the first round but all the way down to the 5th round in the draft. And,
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was just a horrendous day for the Sanders family, and I don't want to make it all about that, dog. I do want to say this because I am a Giants fan. The Giants had a good motherfucking draft.
Yeah,
a
finally.
good motherfucker. Joe
That's
Shane,
one of the best ones
Joe
I've
Shane,
ever heard from.
Joe Shane, I'm not gonna lie, you should have got Shedeur still. I don't give a fuck. I still think I believe in Jackson Dart a little bit just because you drafted him. Not because you drafted him, because he's a Giant now. I got some.
And because
I gotta
they put
believe
like
he gonna be good.
extensive like timing on him. Like they were like they were hunting him for a while, for like a good 17 weeks.
Jackson Dart?
The Giants, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's from Ole Miss. You know, Eli Manning is an Ole Miss guy. You know, the Giants have close relationships to Ole Miss. So, you know, they was looking at that. They also said they had a bad interview with Shedeur Sanders. So that kind of...
What does that mean?
I heard that many a times, actually.
Well, you know, Shedeur Sanders probably got interviewed by pretty much almost every team in the NFL or whatever. But with the Giants, they sent him like a package to study before coming in. So, you know, they saying he didn't really study at all. And then he didn't like actually being asked questions about it and shit like that. Apparently, he gave attitude. But that's just reports. I don't know if that's factual at all.
He's not open to criticism. That's what it shows.
Well,
even if it was in that moment, it shows that he's not open to listening.
Right.
He's
But
not
to-
open.
How much of that do you
to
believe?
planning?
well, for him to fall from the 1st to the 5th round, you have to believe it.
Some of it.
You have to believe a lot of it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
Just to the 5th round. You are
Okay, yeah.
a first round talent, potentially a top 3 pick, and you fall all the way to the 5th round.
At worst, people had him in the 3rd.
Well, can I say something real quick? I think a good example of that is, you know, what was it, day 2 when he had dropped the clip?
Yeah.
When he had dropped the clip on Instagram. And I was looking at it with my lady. I was like, bro, I think this is a good example of why they don't want to draft him.
Wow.
This nigga already got drama going on. He's already posting shit about, oh, ain't nobody drafting, da.
He's not
No,
controllable.
he didn't say nothing bad. He didn't say nothing bad.
He didn't say nothing
His
bad, but I
statement was
think,
nothing bad.
but I think the way that I just know the way the NFL is going to look at it. That's what I'm saying.
For
I know how
sure.
they're
If
going to
they-
look at it.
On some massive
a way
shit.
bigger
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
That's
let's
a way bigger
we're not-
conversation.
we're
Yeah,
not-
that's a
we're
massive.
not-
That's a massive slave shit. Like you're not listening.
You do understand that people with that type of that got scouted that high, there is somebody there everywhere. Somebody's there. Somebody's reporting it. Somebody's like 3 or 4, 10, 15 different reporters are there with cameras on you. hey, how do you feel about today? He's like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will get me, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. The nigga ain't say nothing crazy. He ain't say, man, fuck y'all niggas, whoever did pick me, y'all gonna regret it. And shit, if he said some shit like that, all right, cool. No. But he didn't say that.
He expressed patience. He expressed motivation.
He's been very professional. He's been very professional throughout his whole career. That's what makes the interview seem kind of crazy because he's been professional his whole collegiate career at Jackson State and at OSU. So I would say that. Now, the donkeys of the draft, I know I just shouted them out, but the New Orleans Saints, Wait.
And
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wait.
Not the donkeys.
The New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers have to be the donkeys of the day. The New Orleans Saints also had a chance to pick up Shedeur, and they got some guy named Tyler Show. And Tyler Show is Tyler Garbage. I seen his tape. Cockadookie, boy. Like, boy, you look at the tape, you like, what did y'all see in this? They just thought this was it. Like, I don't know.
Someone said this is the guy. I don't
see this. When you look at, I'm just saying, pause. But when you look at Shedeur Sanders' body of work, we talk about a guy that got pretty much sacked like over 50 times, still threw over 4,000 yards, led the whole conference, threw for about 30-something touchdowns. I think less than 10 picks I think he still threw, or maybe right at 10 picks he threw, and completion percentage crazy, all while being pressured with a small offensive line, and he did all of that. That to me, you're up there. I'm sorry. Cam Ward had all day to throw the ball in Miami. He had big linemen. So this is just a big fail. But again,
for every fucking team.
Congratulations to all the kids in the draft. I'm sorry that shit happened to Shedeur. Shiloh actually went undrafted.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, if his last name was Manning, he would have got drafted. Is what I'm saying. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that so many times.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's, and the fact that he's from a football family and nobody's giving him the benefit of the doubt, it's like, do y'all really hate Deion that much? Is Deion that much of a nuisance to y'all?
And that's what it comes down to.
But
that's what it comes down to.
That's what it is.
But to me, it would make more sense if he was failing. If Deion was out there failing, I'd be like, all right, cool. Jackson State the first year, not so good. The second year, they won the championship. OSU, first year, not too good. Second year, oh boy, they beat TCU. They beat a ranked team.
Now, I want to play something real quick because while we jumping into that conversation, I was...
Oh, they beat what? Are y'all fucking OSU beat?
Listen, they was on ESPN. They was having a conversation about him being drafted to the Cleveland Browns finally in the 5th round, and they asked, "Why do you think he got drafted so late? What's going on? Like he's a prospect basically. Like he should have been in the top 2 if anything."
I got a couple of theories about it.
What this guy said, and he named a few things, but I want everybody to pay to the immediate answer that he gives. He names a few things like in a row, but the very first thing he says, I got you.
If you took Shedeur Sanders, everything going on with him right now, a father who's involved, a father who speaks his mind, the social media stuff, the fact he didn't interview well, and
I thought that too.
What?
You need to hear it again?
I heard it.
No, real quick. I thought the same thing too. I said that when I was looking at the shit too. I was like, you're not just drafting him.
Just in case y'all missed it, I am going to play it one more time.
You're not just drafting him.
If you took Shedeur Sanders, everything going on with him right now, a father who's involved, a father who speaks his mind, the social media stuff, the fact he didn't interview well, and he was,
Now, first of all, nothing to do with football. Mm-hmm. Secondly, but most importantly, a father that's involved is the issue with him. But not just any father. Not just any father. Deion primetime motherfucking
Sanders.
Gold jacket, high stepping.
So I saw the comparison of the Manning family and the Sanders family, and of course how they was treating them. I was like, damn, this shit do look kind of crazy, bro. Like what the fuck is wrong with what they got going on? That is someone you would want to draft. When they was drafting the Mannings, it was like, yeah, we'll take their dad. Hell yeah, y'all come over.
Couldn't wait to get their
now you hearing shit like, well, you're drafting him, you're drafting Deion, you're drafting the team, you're drafting a strong attitude, you're drafting the potential coach that you don't even want to pay. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
See, and I think a lot
they
of
look
people,
at us different, bro.
I think people took that context out because Deion said, I want to coach my son in the NFL. He didn't say, I want to go to the NFL and coach them right now. Yeah. He didn't say that. And who knows? He probably will fuck with coaching Shiloh more than Shedeur because he plays, defense.
And he did say that he wasn't gonna let his son go to a certain some certain teams.
So
and that was the one team that he didn't want him to go to the most.
That's what I think. I think
that's a blatant disrespect.
I think he called Cleveland. He called New Orleans and told them, "Hey, my son not playing for y'all." Mm-hmm. I think that's what happened. And that's why he fell so far in the draft. The word probably got around.
They got around?
Word probably got around.
Definitely got around.
And we got to think he doesn't.
TikTok is a motherfucker.
They don't have agents, and you got to think a lot of these teams fuck with certain agents.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, it's a line you have to go through, nigga. In order to get, like in basketball, you be with a certain agency, you probably going to a certain team. You know what I'm saying? Or you drafting somebody from a certain school because you fuck with that agency. I think it's the same thing with Shedeur as well, and the fact that he didn't have an agent was kind of a harder bargaining chip for him. Now, at the same time, I do feel like Deion was saying, after I'm done with my collegiate career, I can probably go on to the NFL, and hopefully one day, I got my son's career just started, mine is growing. Hopefully one day I could coach him in the NFL. That's what I think it is, but I think it's more Shiloh because I think he done enough with Shedeur. Because Shedeur's gonna find his own way now. The nigga best friends with Tom Brady. He gonna find his own way.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot though.
I can't wait to see what he's gonna do.
That's what I know everybody kept like wondering what the whole villainizing black fathers topic was about, and that's kind of what it's about. We've seen this story time and time again. Will Smith just did a whole fucking biopic about Venus and Serena Williams' father and how they scrutinized the shit out of him for the way he brought his daughters up and what he was doing to make them great. LeVar Ball, nobody fucking believed in him at first, and he literally got all of his kids into something crazy.
All his kids have money, make their own money.
Exactly. Yeah. And he was just like, "Oh, he's too involved."
Bro,
I think I said this on the last pod. It's so weird for where a black father is supposed to be in today's society. On the last episode, I was talking about that show, Extracted. The very first person that got eliminated, they're both like retired athletes.
Right.
And they got a son, and the black guy is just like, he's a little teary-eyed, and he's just like, yo, I don't know what I've done wrong, because his son is a brat.
Button, we're gonna have some problems.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I swear to God, hit the damn button. I'm not gonna ask again.
Are you?
Like, he went out, he was just like, oh, I can't fish, I don't even want to be here. Nah, get me out of here, push the button and get me out. He's that type of kid. And he was just like, I don't know what I did wrong. Like, was it me being too there for him?
Just struggling on why my son is just the way he is, He wasn't raised like that.
I will be tapping tonight. I don't care. Can't fish, I'm not saying.
It's got to be something I did. I mean, maybe being there too much, being too much in his life. I thought that'd be a good thing.
Like, did I cripple him by being there for him all the time? And now you got niggas that's just like unapologetically like, I'm here, nigga. I'm a dad, nigga. This is greatness. I made this my sperm out of my nut type niggas. And it's like, you can't do that neither. Mm-hmm. Actually, nigga, you should shut the fuck up. Tory Lanez pops is over here trying to save him, and we all called him crazy.
I think, the whole villainizing black father shit, everybody do that shit. It's just been something we've been trained to do since kids. It's usually, single mother type situation.
I agree.
For some people, and, that shit happens. And, you get to villainizing your dad a lot. And that's how, society just be. But at the same time, I feel like it's unfair, especially in the Deion Sanders situation. When you got like a Rick Brunson and Jalen Brunson in the same organization in the NBA, you feel what I'm saying? When you got those type of relationships already that exist, it's like, why are we doing this? And of course, it has to be in the NFL. We talk about Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather Senior when they was coming up in boxing, Devin Haney and Devin Haney Senior when they was coming up in boxing, and a lot of these boxers with their dad as their trainers, bringing them up in boxing, and there's never no problem with that. It's never saying, oh, you could hire a better trainer. Which sometimes that might be the case. You can hire a better trainer, but nah.
Yeah.
What's the problem with this?
Actually,
They're black.
Just
LeBron James and what's his best friend name?
What is the why are they treating him like this? Get to it.
It's the NFL.
I think
it's the NFL number one. It's been racist for a long time.
yeah,
Racist.
definitely.
Very racist.
Racist.
I would say is a right leaning sport.
Well,
Cowboys included.
I think
I know everybody heard that fucking.
that was crazy.
That nigga look like he got a big dick.
8.5-inch dick.
What are we
And
talking
everybody
about,
heard
bro?
that.
Why are we saying dick still on?
That's what the owner of the Cowboys got caught saying.
You want a jar? You want to put a jar out?
Yes, bro. Like every time y'all say dick, bro, you gotta drop $1 in that bitch, bro. Like this is crazy, bro.
I think we should do that.
I'm just saying, yo, they don't view us. They in spite. They've been saying, yo, again, Colin Kaepernick made a whole docuseries about this.
It was good too.
It's a whole like he views it as a whole like modern day slave auction. Mm-hmm. Like all you doing is setting them up, seeing how high they can jump, seeing how much they can run over, run fast, do this, do that, and then you put money up on them. You have them do some shit like on some Django shit. We gonna see which one of these black teams win. They gonna beat the shit out of each other.
Yep.
And niggas is gonna pay for it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's not only black people at these combines, bro.
I know.
All right.
Yeah,
I know.
so
But
it's,
it's-
it's,
but look,
it's-
but look, but
it's
look,
really
they-
about conformity.
They protect
bro.
the white ones, Ben Roethlisberger.
They don't
They protect
they
the
don't
white
protect
ones.
These white motherfuckers. They be dying left and right too, bro. It's,
No,
it's
no,
a-
no.
He
no,
literally.
no.
They protected him, like literally.
Who?
Ben
Ben
Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger.
Okay, well, is there another story
Hey,
we can bring up too?
Yeah. I mean, but Marvin Harrison.
I'm not denying it, but is there another story too?
Marvin Harrison, he black, but he did. Bro, look at Marvin Harrison's story right now. Bro, Marvin Harrison, bro, I don't know how he not in jail, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. They did a number for my guy, so I'm gonna let that slide.
It's so weird to see like how much just trying to be a good father to your kids can actually impact them in a negative light.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the point of all.
This nigga Marvin,
like-
this nigga owed this nigga Marvin Harrison some money. He tried to kill that nigga, and then failed. Right? He failed, right? He got out for the shit or whatever. But he found that nigga again and completed the job. I said, "Oh my god, this nigga is a menace," and
real
continued to play
Crazy.
8 years of football. Nigga said, "Fuck that shit,"
That is Rob.
Wow.
because a nigga owed him
and
money.
they knew the whole time.
This nigga Marvin Harrison, it was a menace, bro.
But-
Hey,
Nah.
bleep this out because I want him coming
Nah,
to me.
but look, what I'm trying to say is, bro, even with the Colin Kaepernick thing, bro, with us taking the knee, a lot of us see it as a black thing, and I do think it mainly is. It's a lot around conformity, bro. If we don't do exactly what they say, how we want them to do, do whatever we're doing, they're not gonna pick you. And I think that's exactly what they don't see in Sanders. They see that he's gonna do what he wants to do. He's gonna try to be different.
They
He's
don't
gonna
see
try to
what
be
they see in
more
everybody
than.
else,
What do you
yeah.
mean how? He's just
And
who
what's
he
worse
is.
is he has his
It's
dad
just who he
behind
is.
him.
Look
Exactly.
let's look at the film.
He's
Yo,
a very proud
I seen a
guy.
clip.
Let's
I
look
seen
at
a
the
clip
film.
when he said he was over here competing with another quarterback. They was doing practice or whatever, doing drills, and he's like, bro, what you mean? I'm above you. I ain't got to be on your level. I've been making $5 million since I was 15. I'm like,
it's
that's
that
the
attitude.
mindset he got.
And it's not like that's a bad attitude. I mean, that's the lifestyle he's been living. It is what it is.
Oh, no, that's facts.
But I'm just saying, from the NFL, they don't like that shit.
Okay.
They don't like when we act like that.
Oh, okay.
They don't like that shit at all.
And because
So
he acts
are-
like that,
are
they're
y'all-
gonna drop
so
him
are
to
we
the
saying-
fifth round and teach
so
him
are
a
we
Like
lesson.
saying-
you're not an NBA nigga.
So
Don't do
are we
that.
saying? Can we say this?
Which is
Maybe
wild.
Maybe he fell so far because they don't feel like he needs to play football.
No, what?
that is a good assessment?
Why?
I'm not gonna lie.
What makes you think that?
See, that's a good assessment, but it's also trash.
No,
Just
exactly.
to say like,
No, no,
okay,
facts.
so
No,
you're gonna
facts.
say
It's-
because
it's
he doesn't
definitely-
actually need the money, because he don't actually need, like, he got his
He
own
don't-
way
he
of
don't
going
deserve-
on already.
he don't deserve what he's owed.
They
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
they would prefer if he didn't.
Which is like, if that's what they were saying, that's fucked up, because clearly he there.
Right.
He there to play some fucking football.
Right.
Okay, well, let me give you an example. What do y'all think about this? And let me tell you, I don't have an issue with this, but he's already got his own website up where you can buy merch, particularly from that website.
The marathon continues.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think the NFL is gonna think about that, bro?
They can't do nothing.
You
about
can't
it.
They can't do anything about it. But
that's messing with their money.
It could be
That's
fake
what
news.
they're gonna think.
That's
It could be
messing with
fake
their
It's
news.
not fake news. He's selling the shit.
No,
bro.
I was gonna say it could be fake news. Somebody
Can
correct
you
me
look
if
it
I'm.
up? Can you look it up and see?
Somebody correct me if I'm
Just
wrong.
see if
But
he has his own website where he's selling.
no,
like
no,
his
not
own,
that. I'm saying it could be fake news. I heard that he got fired off of the Browns recently. So I don't know.
Really?
Like you can fact check that.
Damn.
That could be a lie. But I saw a little post that said he's already fired, and it was because he came into practice and just didn't know shit. He didn't know the plays, none of that. But again, that could be wrong.
What practice?
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
Niggas just got
I seen
drafted
the
last
post.
week.
I just seen the post. It could be probably what you was talking about.
Was
like
that on
when
some
they
cheese shit?
Nah, when the Giants like sent him some plays and then he couldn't reiterate them to him.
okay.
It could have been that. But even if that, like, there's too many tabloids already going around him. That's what is probably making all of these people be like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like you a high talent and a high like
He got to a training camp to learn what he need to learn.
yeah.
Facts.
But we gotta.
Yeah.
So there isn't anything about the team, but they're saying that he was totally removed from at least 3 draft boards prior to the event due to an entitled attitude, shit like that.
Oh, so okay, so they were gonna draft him early, but they say nah, we don't want him.
The thing is, the thing is this, bro. I like that shit. If you come into the interview like, nigga, I'm fired, bro.
As long as he can back it up.
But no, not even if you could back it up. As long as you could, like, even if you do fail, as long as you could take that and be like, hey, bro, you ready for me to coach you now? Because you're still young.
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out real quick. Hear me out.
It happens like that.
No, but hear me out.
Kyrie Irving, though, he couldn't learn anything.
We look at Patrick Mahomes and he can say the wildest shit. Yeah, I'm about to go up here and win the ring. I got this shit, bro. I got this in the bag. Da, 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 da. He got the same type of attitude.
He a country boy though.
No.
And he got a white wife.
No.
And he got a white wife. He a country boy and he got a white wife.
Nigga say, yeah, I could talk shit and I can back it up.
Yeah,
That's why.
And he biracial.
That's why.
Okay.
And I can back it up.
Okay, well, Shedeur, we haven't seen him
we
back
haven't
it up
seen
yet.
you ain't see shit.
But
You
when
can't come in
he
there.
can, but when he do back it up,
Patrick Mahomes ain't coming.
I don't give a fuck.
Patrick Mahomes came in the interviews with knowing information because Patrick Mahomes is a smart quarterback. He knew information.
The one who was like, he has like the most ghetto. Why he walk around? You said Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
In his ghetto ass hair?
his
Nappy hair.
His
Nappy hair.
You like
And his nappy hair.
you like to gas shit up, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Like the third.
That's what I'm here for.
Gassing shit up.
Yes, do it.
Wait, I ain't never seen Bach throw it off.
Why you go off on her like that, bro?
I'm blown.
Anyway, you got to leave Rell alone.
Oh man, but just to spit and block real quick. But no, like that, all of this going on with Shedeur is insane because like there's nothing wrong with you being like, yo, if you're confident in yourself the way you are, and for the most part, it seems cocky because he believes in himself and he has a family that believes in him as well, and they instill that. That's what like I don't even do it too well, but positive affirmations, what I'm trying to learn these days. That's what they embody. The Sanders family, that's what they embody, which is positive affirmations on the daily basis.
Yeah. Do you understand that even when he got drafted, they were still hype?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I got
They was
drafted.
making jokes.
The nigga posted a video of him jumping in the pool.
Yo,
Because
the Hunter family was joking around with him.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, you know, a nigga might be like, man, fuck that shit, nigga. I ain't get drafted high. You know, I'm about to come in here, you know, have a bad attitude. He maintained a good attitude through the whole thing.
The whole week, bro.
Even when he was with his dad, he said, I ain't expecting him to do it like this. Nigga, Tyler Show.
Even after the prank call.
My bad. I'm sorry, bro. But Jalen Milroe is not a quarterback. They drafted Jalen Milroe before him. He is not a quarterback. He will be a wide receiver, kick return guy in the NFL. He's just fast as fuck, boy.
Now, I don't know.
He's not a quarterback, bro. He's not throwing that shit.
Now, I don't know if it's because of what's been going on with me lately, and I just like, I kind of like understood what just happened to the dude. But when that prank call from the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator's son came through,
I had to beat him.
And he pranked him. And he was like, "Yeah, we want you in New Orleans." And he was like, "Can't wait to meet you." He's like, "Yeah, well, you're gonna have to keep waiting." And he ended the phone call. And he's laughing with it. He took it, bro. He took it, bro. I'm like, yo, these are some hoe ass niggas, bro.
Yeah.
These are some hoe ass. And then your dad gonna come out and have a whole fucking public apology and shit. Don't nobody give a fuck. Niggas want to smack your son right now,
They got
bro.
fined $250.
$350. Oh, was it $250?
It's $350.
Yeah, $350 each.
Okay.
Yeah, bitch ass niggas pay that. Pay that. But that's it's so fucked up, bro. Cause that's just shit. Like the guy said on the podium, he was like, "That's information that I should have kept to myself, thinking that my son would." And I'm like, so y'all had a conversation about this, and that's how he felt, and that's why he wanted to make the prank call. So y'all had a conversation where you laughed about this shit, bro.
There was I was watching First Take. This was after day 1 of the draft, so only the first round went. And they were like, "Hey man, there's no way that all these NBA people, not NBA, NFL people looked at Shedeur and said that, you know, he's not good enough for this round. There had to be something wrong with his game or something for them to make that type of evaluation." And Stephen A was like, "Fuck that shit, nigga. You mean to tell me it ain't got nothing to do with his dad and his interview or none of that?" So all of a sudden he's a bad interview. Y'all just leaking all this shit, and all of a sudden his draft stock is just falling. And niggas was like, "Nah, bro, it got to be his talent. Like, it can't be just his interviews and shit." And I was with Stephen A the whole time. I was like, "No, I got something. It has to be something deeper than that."
I think all of that is bullshit.
It was bullshit.
Do you remember when he was on the Cam and Mace? It is what it is, and he was like interviewing from like Zoom, and they kept saying during the interview, he was like, "My bad, I got one more question. I know you got to get up." He's like, "Yeah," like he's trying to get off the interview because he's like, "Yeah, you know, I got practice in the morning. Like I got to be up." And he was trying to get off a lot, and they just kept talking. He's like, "Gotta go." And I'm just hearing this. He's like, "Bad at interview." I'm like, "I don't know, man," because when I see, it is what it is. Cam and Mace. Nigga, you can be open as fuck with them.
Right.
A professional environment where you about to work and you got to prove yourself. I believe in being a little cocky. I don't think he showboated.
He didn't.
Like, I don't believe in that shit.
He never did. I mean, they had them little videos with him and Cam Ward, and those shit was funny though. And you know, it showed like they attitude and shit. And Shedeur was more play, and Cam Ward was play too, but he was making it look good for the camera. And he says it's all about football. Yeah. He's in there, "I'll never lose a rock." Look at you, dropping the football. Undisciplined. Like, it was funny as fuck.
Oh, you know what? He like a Terrell Owens.
Who?
Shedeur. That's why. They ain't like Terrell Owens neither. They ain't like Antonio Brown.
I mean, there was a reason why they ain't like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, respectfully. But I'm just saying, like the niggas that act out
all
of
right,
character.
But let's talk about when they were drafted versus to when Shedeur was drafted.
Truth.
We're talking about
with him being drafted now, they're comparing him to
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady
was Mr. Irrelevant though. You was never no comparison right there, bro. He was the last person picked in the draft. Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last person picked in the draft, and he did that. He went on to win 6 Super Bowls, so that's different. 6 Super Bowls. God damn, bro.
It's crazy.
We took 2 of them Jones, boy.
Yeah,
Shout
bro.
out to Philly. I got people in Philly. I'm sorry.
Yo, bro, this nigga always shouting out Philly, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You don't like when I shout out my town?
Huh?
You don't like when I shout out my town?
Or Strong Island, Long Island?
Strong Island. I
You
like
can
that
say,
you know that.
You can say Strong Island, bro.
like
Go
that you know
crazy,
that,
bro.
man.
Just don't be saying y'all from NYC. I'm like, nigga, shut up.
I never said that.
You didn't. But
What is that? He is from New York.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
NYC and New York are two different
not
places.
New York City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're not one and the same, I should say.
Yeah, once you cross the bridge, whole different scenario.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You'll be like, damn, it stink out here. Oh, niggas is peeing in the
There's a lot of
elevators,
rats.
bro.
It's a lot of rats.
Niggas be peeing in the elevators.
Shit.
They
Yo,
be shitting on the
I
sidewalks.
can tell y'all on one
You be
hand how many
seeing
times I saw a rat in
heroin
New York.
Hella. Last time I went, what'd you say?
I can count on one hand
I've
how
seen
many
a few
times I saw
mice,
a rat in New York.
But in the city, I've seen mice like 3
stop.
times.
Oh, you saying mice or rats? Because
Nah,
it's different.
I've seen mice like on Long Island.
I've seen hella mice.
But when I go to New York-
What time of year?
When I go to
What time
New
of
York,
year? I'll
that's
tell
the
you
first
exactly
time.
where they at. Is it winter? They in the subway.
Oh, because she was in Manhattan. That's why.
If it's
they
not
all
winter,
around
then
Manhattan.
they're in the park.
Yeah, they all over there in Manhattan.
They're in that park
Yeah,
deep.
y'all built
Manhattan
it's
is a
built over water.
Yeah, Manhattan is a tourist attraction and it's built next to the dumpsters.
It's a man-made
and shit.
island.
So
I'm
they,
over here
they
in the
make
park.
it.
What's the park? What's the giant park? I don't want to say it wrong.
Times Square?
I keep wanting to say
Oh.
Centennial Olympic.
Central Park.
Oh,
Some
Central
Atlanta
Park.
shit. I'm in the park trying to have a romantic date with
No,
my nigga.
not in
And
Central
Central
he's
Park?
like, this. I'm like, chill. He's like, there's rats everywhere. I'm like, they're not gonna mess with you.
Yes,
Chill.
What the fuck you having
positive
in Central
outlook on
Park?
Central
Just
Park.
chill. And he said,
I mean, they're not gonna fuck with you. It's not
no,
like,
but then one ran across his foot and it was done. We were done.
Yeah.
That was that
Positive
was.
outlook on Central Park. That's crazy.
I love that park.
Niggas get mugged there on the
Don't
daily.
nobody
I
love,
love that park.
Don't
I
nobody
mean-
love Central
I mean, they
Park?
play.
You
Yeah,
know.
they play baseball and
New
they
York-
have picnics and shit there. But that's for niggas that live there and
Central
know
Park.
what
Central,
time.
Central
It has-
Park is for the walkthrough, nigga. I'm walking
No,
Central
New York
Park.
doesn't care where you are. Last time we were at
walk over there. I gotta get across.
last time we were at the Macy's Day Parade.
Oh, you a dangerous tourist.
What do you? I'm not a tourist.
You're a
My
dangerous
family
tourist.
lives there. I go to New York a lot. I'm just Spanish Harlem, Upper East Side New York.
That's what I mean.
You guys are Brooklyn, and I'm
Yo,
not
who's you
familiar with
guys?
that. I'm like,
Just me.
okay, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
I go to Queens a lot more
Right.
than Brooklyn.
So yeah, no, but like niggas got pickpocketed.
Then it could be in
And
Long Island.
he's a tourist. I don't know why your phone was on the outside of your
It could be
pocket.
Long Island.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
What happened?
Long
He got
Island be boring.
pickpocketed.
Real
Who got
breezy.
pickpocketed?
My husband.
Oh damn.
At a Macy's Day Parade.
For
Yeah,
real?
that
I'm
makes
trying
sense.
to show. That's
That-
not my
yeah,
first
they be-
Macy's
they
Day
be
Parade,
outside.
but I already know. I got everything in the inside. I already know
Parades,
what it is.
Them niggas be outside, boy.
My mom.
Yeah.
My
You
mom
might
worked
want to
there.
wrap your
Yeah,
cards up.
you can't know. And I
Wrap
was
them
like,
cards.
He's like, why you ain't tell me? And I was like,
My mom worked at the Macy's on Herald Square.
Nice.
She was the number one seller in that bitch for like 8 years straight. And you know that shit.
in that big ass store.
She's the number one seller.
Stop.
My mom used to bring a big bank on the commission checks, boy.
I used to
That
shop
store
at
is
the Macy's a
huge.
lot in Brooklyn. Then I go over to the Brooklyn USA. Then I go down the street to the Jimmy Jazz.
At Jimmy Jazz.
That Jimmy Jazz is fire, boy.
No, we never shopped in Manhattan. No, we shopped in Brooklyn. Flatbush and shit. And
I got my
Atlantic
clothes
Ave.
from Brooklyn and jewelry from Queens.
Downtown Hoyt Street and shit. Go over there.
I used to go
shit.
to this place called Century 21.
You a dangerous tourist.
What do you? I'm not a tourist.
Oh, cool dude.
No. It was in Manhattan. It was like equivalent
That's
to
what it sounded
Macy's.
like?
Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. It was
That's
huge.
exactly what-
What the fuck?
Hold on, wait.
Fuck y'all.
Hold on, wait. That's
Fuck
exactly
y'all.
what it sounded like when she
Fuck
said
y'all.
that. I was
No.
like,
Century 21.
No.
Right.
It was, bruh. Fuck y'all.
I'm sorry.
We live two different New York lives. I'm FAO Schwartz.
I forget that internally you're gangster.
You something else.
I grew up in the hood, nigga. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
We did regular hood shit, nigga.